love about wilderness is that it allows people to be their most authentic self. They're stripped from all the things that they distract themselves with, all the things they do to prove themselves on a day-to-day basis, and they're just left with who they really are, which can be scary at first, but ultimately becomes really fruitful, really empowering. My name is Christopher Blankenship. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, a therapist who works with transitional age young adults. What led me to wilderness therapy is that I was working at grad school in Los Angeles, and I was working with foster youth, folks who'd never been out of the small 10-block radius where they were born and raised, and was actually able to take them into the mountains around Los Angeles for 3-day weekends here and there. And I saw them open up and engage more in those 3-day weekends than I saw in months of doing traditional therapy. And my approach is one where I am relentlessly myself. My strengths as a clinician are that I like connecting with people. I'm good at connecting with people. And in doing that, I allow people to be themselves. I want to role model what does it mean to be confident in who you are. And that's incredibly important for folks who are trying to become adults. And this is the first time that they're ever out in the world on their own. I want to help them become comfortable. I'm constantly seeking out therapists who've worked with my clients beforehand to learn about approaches that were and were not effective with them. I'm constantly learning about opportunities for my students to pursue after Open Sky. But I also get to do a lot of research and learning and pursuing continuing education in order to learn how to best help the students that I work with, to learn about their specific issues, to make sure that the interventions that I'm using are as up-to-date and as impactful as possible. Of all the places that I've worked, Open Sky produces the most amount of change. And I think that's because there's a team. There's a whole team that is dedicated to each individual student. So as a team leader, I'm working intentionally with our psychiatrists to make sure that medications are appropriate. I'm working with our family services team to make sure that families are getting what they need. And what I have seen is that it's not just a student growing alone in the woods, but there is a whole family system that is being impacted by this process. And the amount of change that I see in mom and dad and siblings and aunts and uncles and cousins, that's what makes it so that the student is actually changing long term. That's what actually results in taking one significant step forward. Former students and families reach out to me all the time, and it reminds me of the impact of the work that we do here in just a couple of months. We're building memories and we're building impact that will last a lifetime. As a matter of fact, I have a group of 4 young men who graduated all at the same time about 4 years ago, and they get together on the anniversary of their graduation every year and take a picture and send it to me. And it's a reminder that not only are we building lasting change, but we're also helping people to build lifelong relationships. Doing this job is challenging. And as I wake up every morning and I do it, and I'm so excited to engage with my clients, with my families, with my coworkers, I'm also reminded of how important it is that families are healthy. And when I go home and I have dinner with my family, and I sit and I talk about what I'm grateful for, I'm reminded that that's what we're teaching students. That's what we're teaching the families that we work with. And the love that I feel for my family and the connection that I have with them is what continually drives me to help other families to feel that same thing.